Okay, folks, I apologize, but this goddamn Chromebook, I've had so many problems with it. And I had another problem with it again. All of a sudden, the goddamn thing at the bottom of the right hand says having trouble connecting. So I heard that there were a couple people who showed some love. I heard there were a couple people who showed some love. So I don't know what happened, but the bottom line is this. Whoever showed some love, I think it was Tiger Kitty and Silver Surfer. Thank you. There's some kind of glitch here. And wait, hold on a second. Silver Surfer, you something happened here on my end. But I heard you showed a little bit of love. Thank you. Everything kind of froze up. What's up, folks? Merry Christmas. I got a few trolls trying to come through. Trolls, I have one message for you folks. Why don't you go play somewhere else? Why don't you learn how to play the guitar? Because I already know who this main troll is. Okay? And this main troll who's emailing me right now, threatening stuff, this person tries to play the guitar. I suggest you watch my video last night of me shredding on the guitar. And this person knows who I'm talking about. This person actually made a video a few days ago of him playing the guitar. That, in my opinion, that's who this person is who's sending me these threatening emails. And I watched your little video, and you can't play. I suggest you start to take some guitar lessons. I suggest you watch me shred like I do every night, night after night after night. And then why don't we have a talk? Until then, you can't even hold my guitar pick. You can't even hold my guitar pick. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. Berg has been coming here night after night after night. Hello, Nippy. Merry Christmas. And I'm just saying, what a Christmas present to get monetized after all these years. After all these years. After all these thousands and thousands and thousands of hangouts. It really is a special day. It really is a Christmas miracle. At the Bergs, the last of the Mohicans, the last of the YouTube celebrities, has finally stopped. That is the bottom line. Has finally got monetized. Sorry. It's taken forever. I don't think you guys understand what I've gone through. I've gone through hell and back. I had over 13,000 watch hours just the last year. But because I would do dirty deletes, those would just count as regular watch hours. They didn't count as public watch hours, which I needed 4,000 of those. So I just wound up shooting myself in the foot, hangout after hangout, by deleting all these things. But the bottom line is this. I have finally reached the summit. I'm going to be here night after night after night after night. Because that's what I do. That's who I am. I'm on tour 365 days a year. Who are you talking to, Salty Dog? Salty Dog, who are you talking to right now? You talking to me? I don't even know what you're talking about. Because I truly do believe that I am probably the greatest, I am the greatest entertainer on YouTube of all time. Hands down. Hands down. I'm an entertainer. Play the guitar. I do impressions. I do voices. I do it all, folks. I can't see that person in here. Anyway, the bottom line is this. Let's get back to the Shine Shack. That place, before Elbow moved in, that place looked beautiful. The beautiful, the moonshiner thing, the still. Salty, why are you holding a conversation with somebody I can't even see? So if you're holding a conversation with someone I can't even see, you need to time them out, because I can't even see them in here. Okay? It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Okay? We got trolls who are working overtime even on Christmas Day. This is how sad these trolls' lives are. That they are trolling hard even on Christmas Day, Christmas night. They will never stop. My advice to the trolls is learn how to play the guitar. Learn how to play the guitar like the Bergs has been playing the guitar for almost 30 years. I'm not talking about just plugging it in and go, eh. I saw what you were doing. Those little dive bombs. Wow. I could teach Jill how to do that. Jill's probably never held a guitar in her whole life. I could teach her how to do that in probably a day. You went, wow. Oh my God, you're so talented. I suggest you watch the video of me last night shredding like I always do. Like I'll do again tonight. I do a shred video every night. Why don't you put a video on there? Why don't you put a shred video on there with a drum pedal? And why don't you shred someone's face off like I do every night? And I'm not even that good. But I'm better than 99.9% of everybody on the bottom of YouTube. There's probably 0.01%. There's probably one person. We all know I'm better than Mojo. That's a fact. We already had a guitar off. We all know I'm better than Whiskey. He declined the guitar off. He's good, but he's no Bergs. He's good, but he's no Bergs. I do not play the electric when I'm on the Chromebook. The Chromebook's microphone is not very good. And when I play the distortion, it just doesn't come through. It comes through as muffled. You hear this. That's what you hear. And I'm not about that. I'm not about that kind of. When I do the shred, that's late night. I do it on the phone. I do it on the Berg phone, folks. I do it on the Berg phone. And that is the last thing I do. Every night. Night after night after night after night. Because I am on tour right from the basement. Right from the garage, I am on tour. Night after night after night. And there's a lot of trolls out there who are butthurt, who are emailing me on these weird email addresses. Okay? And they're making threatening emails right now as we speak because they're butthurt. Well, I suggest to all you folks to go on Amazon and buy some butthurt cream because it's gonna continue night after night after night. Because the Bergs is here to stay. Bergs is here to stay. The Bergs has now been outfitted. I'm custom made, folks. I've been customized. I've been baptized. I've been burgerized. And I've been monetized. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, trolls. And especially the one person who put out a guitar video recently, whose guitar video consisted of this. Dive bomb. Wow. Oh my God. I could teach the fucking cat outside, Makeba. I could get Makeba in here. Makeba. Come here, Makeba. I could teach the fucking outdoor cat out there how to play that. Give me a fucking break, man. Give me a break. I'm winning. The Bergs is always winning. So, as the guy up north would say, light it up like a Christmas tree, folks. The Bergie boy. I'm here to stay. Because I have quality content. Look at all my content. It's quality content, folks. It's Bergs 2020. It ain't Trump 2020. It's Bergs 2020. We're making America Bergs again, folks. We're making YouTube great again. We're making YouTube Bergs again. We're making the internet Bergs again. And we are making America Bergs again. Learn to love it. Trolls. Can you believe on Christmas Day the trolls are out in full effect? They just, they just love me. They think I'm so pretty. They love me. Hey, trolls. What do you think of that hair, huh? You don't have thick hair like that. Learn to love it, trolls. Look at this. Look at this piece of work. Look at this divine human being who now has been put on the map on Christmas Day 2019. You guys remember that day? You guys talk about elbow. Elbow, I'm monetized now. The funds are being diverted from the Shine Shack to the Berg Cave. That's the bottom line, folks. Learn to love it, trolls. All my fans out there who are watching me on Cast, hello. How's it going, Cast, folks? And to my number one fan who's watching me on Cast, let's play your guitar solo from the other night. Wow. 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 Ooh. That's for you. You know who you are. You know who you are. You know who you are. That guitar solo was for you. So, folks, I think it's time for the love to come in. It's time. It's time, folks. Time to show your love. Time to make it rain. Time to light it up like a Christmas tree. Because the bottom line is this. Bergs is here to stay. That's the bottom line, folks. You could put that in your pipe and smoke it. Mr. No guitar playing guy. And he knows who he is. He knows who he is. And with that being said, $2 from Bill W. Let's give Bill W a big woo. Let's give Bill W a big Wu-Tang Clan. Bill W, you're getting a Wu-Tang Clan coming back at you. You're getting a Wu-Tang Clan coming back at you. Yeah, the Ginger Boy, huh? Making those George Foreman Making the George Foreman chicken burgers, huh? I will say this about the guy. I will say this about the little ginger boy. I will say this about the 5'1" little leprechaun, redheaded stepchild. At least when he cooks, he's very clean. Oh, we got the glamorous life coming with $18. Mazel tov on being monetized, and thank you for making the public statement that it wasn't me that had stopped it. That shows you are a mensch. Merry Christmas and blessed New Year, Cat. The bottom line is this, Cat. You have to understand. At the time, that's what all the evidence pointed to. Okay? At the time, that's what the evidence pointed to, and all the people I was talking to. And then it just took forever and ever and ever. It's not so much, it's more of really YouTube's fault. YouTube and Google is such a big company, you would think that they would have a 1-800 number, just like eBay or PayPal or all your credit cards or your banks, Bank of America. You can call them up, 1-800, you know. You might talk to someone in America. You might talk to someone in the Philippines or someone in India. Hello, thank you, come again. You might talk to someone wherever. But with YouTube/Google, you can't talk to anybody. So you don't know what the hell's going on. I didn't know what to believe. I was just frustrated. But really, at the end of the day, it was me who was doing all the dirty deletes. I don't know why they call them dirty deletes. Nothing's dirty about it. It's not X-rated. You're watching a porno movie. It's just a delete. And that wasn't counting towards the public watch hours. It's all about the public watch hours, folks. Okay? And the bottom line is this. I was getting thousands and thousands of regular watch hours, but because I was deleting everything, my public watch hours were shit. So, going through the whole year of 2019, you see everybody getting monetized. The Bergs is coming in here day after day after day. My beard is getting whiter. My hair is getting whiter. My belly is getting bigger. You see the Bergs going through transformations. All along, everyone is getting monetized. Everyone's getting a piece of the pie, except for the Bergie boy. The most talented man on YouTube. I don't come on here and trash anybody. I am an entertainer. I'm a musician. I'm a comedian. I'm everything. And I come night after night after night after night. I'm not a troll. I don't sit there on cast and watch me. I don't have any troll accounts. I don't troll anybody. This is my only account. I don't dox. I don't troll. You can take that to the bank. I got better things to do with my time than look up people's information and call them up, you know, like some people do. My message to the trolls is get a life. Get a life, man. Get a life. See, you know what the problem with trolls and doxers is this? They don't have the ability like I do. They don't have a mouthpiece. They're afraid to cam up. They're afraid to do anything. They don't have the abilities to do parody songs, to do parodies. They don't have a mouthpiece. They can't do impressions. They can't play an instrument. They can't do anything. They're not good looking. Who knows what they look like? So what do? They hang out in their mommy's basement, and they have a bunch of computers, and they try to try to terrorize you. They're like little cyber terrorists or something. Really? Give me a break, man. Get a life. Get a life, people. Get a life. Really? And they're doing it even now. I got a couple threats 20 minutes ago on my Yahoo account. Okay? They're probably still rolling in. The guy is sending it from some freaking some account. Yep. I know who it is. Yep. They've left me 4 fucking things. They've left me, since I just went live, they left me 4 things. Get a life, man. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you. Thank you for the evidence. Keep them coming. Keep the threats coming. Thank you for the evidence. I appreciate it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. I know people that you don't know. Okay? I know you think you're sending it from some blocked IP address, but it's not. I don't do this kind of nefarious behavior. I'm not going to give this person a platform where I could even I could read you all of his emails right now. And I think I know who it is. Okay? I'm like 99% sure who it is. I'm not going to say it. But the bottom line is this. It's Christmas, and these people are going after me. What did I ever do to them? Nothing. Nada. And I am getting not just trolled, but threatened. Well, that will not stand. That will not stand, man. And every time you send this, it's just evidence. So keep it up. Keep it up, because I haven't done anything to anybody. I don't troll. I don't dox. I don't bother people. No, I don't mind. There's different levels of trolls. There's trolls that come on here and they're harmless. They'll say, Bergs, you're a fat ass, whatever. Then they get timed out. Then there's these other people who might call the house or send threatening emails. Okay? You know where I am. I don't back down from anybody. And I will defend myself and my property and my house, my parents' house, Second Amendment, very, very, very strong in this house. I don't start things, man. I'm a counterpuncher. I don't start anything. I'm simply here to celebrate me. People, because it's taken me a long time to get to the mountaintop, to finally get monetized. I'm not a narcissist, but this is the BERGS Show. I don't need to have a panel of people. Quite frankly, I don't like panels, and I don't even like going on panels. That's probably why I was so hostile in the past when I was on panels. Because I don't like waiting my turn. I don't like being on a panel where there's 6 or 7 other people, and then they're talking over you, and then you got to talk over them. And talk. Well, I can talk over everybody. I've been on panels on Slimies, that kangaroo hunter, where there were 6 or 7 people where I am literally fighting 6 people at one time, and I am winning because I have such a mouthpiece, and I am so talented I'm a master debater and a cunning linguist. And the bottom line is this: I can just terminate everybody just with my mouthpiece. I just talk over everybody. I just get louder and louder and louder, and I decimate everybody. But those days are done. I stopped doing that months ago. Every now and then, I'll pop up on one. But I don't do that shit anymore because it's a waste of time. I'd rather sit here in the garage and play a guitar solo. I'd rather do anything else. I'd rather go watch paint dry. I don't go on panels. People send me links all the time. They practically beg me. And then when I go on, it's the same old shit. They want to get me on there to watch me basically chimp out or berg out. You know what? Those days are over, folks. Those days are over. They've been over for a long time. Now, every now and then, I will go up on a panel if I'm feeling like it. I went up on a few Witty's panels, when I was talking to her. But then eventually, the people would come in there and troll me. She would have this one chick come in there with a voice modulator saying like, "Luke, I am your father." And it was so loud. It's like, you know what? I don't need this. I'm better than this. I'm better than this shit. I don't need to be on that kind of thing. Every now and then, G will get me to freaking go on one of his panels. And the same thing always happens. All the same women will get in there and they'll team up on me. And then I'll start unleashing the mouthpiece. And the same thing happens every time. I wind up getting loud, giving them what they want to hear, me berging out, and then I get booted out, just like G booted me out last week. And then he lied about it. And then he finally fessed up about it. Made a video about that. But, those days are over. I like to control my own destiny. That's why this is called the BERGS Show. Just like if I had a radio show, I'd be the host. It would just be me. Maybe I would have a sidekick because, but probably I wouldn't. Because the problem is when you have a sidekick, you have to have chemistry. Because the worst thing in the world is when you have an alpha male like me, who's a Leo, who's a fire sign, born in July 1973. When you have someone like me who's from the planet Bergatron, Berg down here, found in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey in July 1973. When you have a fire sign, when you have a Leo, when you have a mouthpiece like me, you have to have a partner. I'm partner in life, a partner in crime, a partner on the radio or on TV, especially live radio. The worst thing in the world is when two people, when I start to talk and then you have another person who has a mouthpiece like me and they start to talk. No, as Joe would say. Can't have that, especially if you're live on the radio. People have to know their place. When the big man is sitting in the big chair on the radio, I talk. I'm doing the monologues. It ain't a dialogue, it's a monologue. And then when I'm done with my little opening piece, then my little sidekick can chime in as I'm hitting the cough button, taking a swig of water, and then getting back into it. You have to have chemistry. Because I worked in radio in Seattle for 3 years in the mid to late 90s. I know what it's like to work in radio at a radio station. Bottom line. I worked at KIRO Radio, Cairo Radio. The bottom line is this. 100.7 FM The Buzz, when it was called The Buzz. We would have the Tom Leykis Show. We would have Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. We'd have David Essel, who was like a self-improvement guy. We'd have The Money, some guy teaching you how to make a lot of money. We'd have a bunch of shows. And then we also have the live personalities there. Mike Webb, Dave Ross. Live shows. I'd be working the board. I was a board operator. I answer the phones too. Bottom line, you see the people, the chemistry. A lot of the people who I would board op for, they had mouthpieces. Bill Gallant. Look him up, folks. Bill Gallant. He died in the early 2000s. Gallant. Mike Webb. He was murdered. Look up Mike Webb. He was murdered. He was a gay guy who got murdered. Check him out. Mike Webb. Wikipedia Mike Webb. WEBB. Mike Webb. He was murdered. Great fucking voice he had. He was a supreme liberal. I was more conservative at that time. Now I'm more in the middle. But the bottom line is this. These people could command a show. They didn't even need a partner. And that's who I am. I'm the Bergs. I should be in radio. I should have. I might even look into that. I don't know. I don't really have a radio voice. You have to have a certain tone, timbre to your voice. I've actually said to Kat several times. Yep, we're doing the weight loss thing. But I have said to Kat several times, because I've worked in radio, and I said to Kat that you have a good radio voice. You could be on radio. I actually said to Boris Zoloff, I said to him several times, Boris, you have a fucking great radio voice. You have a deep voice. You could be in radio. I don't have a great radio voice. Kat, you have a good radio voice. Boris, you could be in radio. I told him that. I don't know he if he thought I was kidding. I told him he could do it if he wanted to. He would probably make more money doing what he's doing now as a truck driver, but he could always make a demo CD and he could say, you know, you're listening to 102.5 KZOK, the classic rock station, the rock of Detroit. You know what I mean? He could cut himself a demo. And Kat, you could cut yourself a demo also and go down to wherever you live, go down to the radio station, or get yourself a demo and cut it. I told that to Boris. Yes, I did. Even though he would call me Bergtard, this guy would fucking treat me like shit. And he would call. Do you remember that, Kat, when he would call me Bergtard? Now, Kat knows what I'm talking about. Salty knows what I'm talking about. Silver Surfer might know what I'm talking about. He would call me Bergtard. He would always be negative. And I said to him, yeah, I never did a goddamn thing to him. He's like another person, just like all these trolls who were trolling me and emailing me. I never did a goddamn thing to anybody on here. I never done anything. People somehow compare me to Elvis. Elvis has done a lot more damage than I have ever done. Are you kidding me? Go back. See, Elvis is trying to turn over a new leaf since he's hung out with Rosie the last 5 months. But Elvis has a footprint that's 10 miles long on here when he was just in his van, you know, doing all this crazy stuff. I don't even want to get into it. But Kat knows what I'm talking about. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Now, why are you trolls coming after me? Just because I got monetized after so long trying? You should be happy for me. I mean, I've done everything the right way recently. I don't go on panels anymore. I try not to get triggered. And that's what they're trying to do to me. They're trying to get me triggered. Not going to work. So just move along the elbow. You should be, you trolls out there watching on cast, go and talk to Elbow and Rosie and see why is he turning the shine check. Now, Kat, what do you think about Elbow with that shine check? How it's looking so terrible. Let's light it up. Woo! $18 from the glamorous one. Let's give Kat. Let's buy Kat a martini. Let's give Kat. Here's the glamorous one, folks. This is how the glam is going to look in 2020, folks. Nice and curvy. We're going to get glam. We're going to get her outfit just like this. We're going to get her some champagne, folks. We're going to put her in a limousine. And you're going to be driving down to the radio station every day, Kat, because I know you can do it. Because you have the voice. I don't have the voice. You have the voice. I could see you doing news updates at the top of the hour. I could see you doing weather and traffic. You could really be on the radio. And you could eventually have your own show. I know you could do it. So what you need to do is you need to search something out, and you need to cut yourself a demo. You're going to need to cut yourself a demo. So you want to contact me on Twitter, and I can help you out with that. I'll try to. So I used to work in radio. And then, because don't be self-conscious about the way you look right now, whatever, because on radio, that's like the great thing about radio. It's not about how you look. It's about how you sound. So you could be reading the news updates every 10 or 15 minutes. You could be doing the traffic or the weather. You could be doing little pieces there, and you could finally work yourself into like a show, a weekly show, or 1 hour a week, a few hours a week. You could do it because you have the voice for it. I'm not the only one to ever say that. And I've only said that to 2 people on here. No, actually, Greg Campbell. I said Greg Campbell, Jay Greg also has a radio voice. Jay Greg has a deep radio voice. I told Jay Greg, and this guy was the biggest Bergs hater. You saw it, Kat. Everyone saw it. How many times did he kick me out? How many times did Jay Greg kick me out of Rosie's? About 1 million times. I told him, you have a great radio voice. Look into it. I told Boris Zoloff, you have a great radio voice. Look into it. And I've told Kat before, you have a great radio voice. Look into it. Those are the only 3 people I've ever told. And that is the bottom line. That's the bottom line, folks. So you know what you could do, Kat? You're in Vegas, right? Well, Vegas is a big city. I'm sure you have a lot of radio stations there. Just look up the radio stations you have in Vegas and give them a call. Just give them a call and say, I'm interested in radio. Trying to get into a new career, and I think I could be in radio. Oh. Okay, well, wherever you're going to. You're going to Phoenix, Scottsdale, wherever you're going to. Wherever you're going to, there's radio. And you tell them, I like to come in and talk to somebody. You know what? And then just freaking and say, I'd like to I'd like to read, they might have you cold read something. So they'll say, okay, go into the booth there, and they'll hand you a piece of paper, and then you read something. You just start off like that. Oh, we had salmon. My parents got some salmon. Some fresh Pacific Seattle salmon. We had some salmon. We had green beans. We had rice, like dirty rice, like jambalaya rice, and and yam, and we had a yam. I had a yam. The salmon was very good. So I would suggest you to basically get into radio, because that's the bottom line. Now, one of the reasons why I didn't want to get into radio, when you do those live updates, see, I used to stutter as a kid, and I overcame my stutter for the most part, but I still do stutter at times when I'm nervous. And there's nothing more nerve-wracking than being live on the radio. Now, I could go in a recording booth and cut a commercial or something, because you get many takes. But when you're live on the radio, okay, let's say, Kat, you're reading the news, you're doing the news, the local news, and you're on some kind of talk show there, and then they cut to you like every 15 minutes, and boom, you got like 2 minutes of airtime, and boom, the time is right now. I mean, you're live on the air. You're live. And that, to me, that triggers me, and that would make me stutter. And the last thing you want to hear is someone. The last thing you want. So, yeah. I don't do that. I know, but no. I do stutter. Okay. And this is different. But when you're on the air on a live radio station in Seattle, broadcasting to over 4 million people, okay, boom, go. You can't have another take. You gotta, boom. It's a lot of pressure, and you just gotta do it. So if you don't stutter, you have a good voice. You can do it. And they get paid really well, too. They get paid really well. When you're online, when you're on-air talent like that, you get paid very well. I don't know how it works, but you get paid very well. You get paid very well. When you're on-air talent. See, I was more behind the scenes kind of guy, working the board, board op. That's not on-air talent. The on-air people make the money. Okay, I'll talk to you. I mean, the only thing I could say is just look up the radio stations where you're going to live and either get yourself a demo CD made up beforehand and mail it in, or just give them a call and just show up or something and just talk to the program director or something. And hand them your CD or your whatever. I don't even know how it works nowadays. And nowadays you'd be doing a zip file or some kind of, I don't know. I'm still like living in freaking 25 years ago. Everything is like a physical product that you hand. Now you email things. I guess you could just do it. You could record it from your house, or you could do a podcast. Yeah, that's what you could do also. You could do a podcast. If you don't want to do on the radio, you could just do a podcast from your own house or wherever you live. You're going to have to invest some money into a microphone and all that kind of stuff. Probably get somebody to help you set it all up. But all right, folks. All right, I've been going for a while now, folks. I gotta take a break. I've been going live. This is my third hangout. All right, no problem, folks. But I got to get going. Thanks for the love tonight, folks. The haters, you're going to keep on hating, so keep on hating. But I got to go. Later on.